Hey guys, what's up? I am back with a brand new video and it's time to do a speed test comparison between the Infinix Note 10 Pro versus the Realme 8 and guys, and the Realme 8 as well as the Infinix Note 10 Pro, and both phones is powered by a MediaTek Helio G95 processor with 8 GB of RAM. On the back we have a quad cameras on both these two devices. We have a 64 megapixel main camera on both these two devices. So I am really excited to see that how is the Infinix Note 10 Pro stack up against the Realme 8 when it comes to apps opening speed as well as in the Bootup Test. So without any wasting time, let's get right into it. Now let's see that who is going to be the fastest one despite having the same processor on both phones. And guys, on both phones is completely off, so now let's start off with the Bootup Test between these two devices. Here we go, and the logo is here. Little bit more faster on the Infinix Note 10 Pro as compared to the Realme 8, and also both phones is running on Android 11. We have XOS, while on the Realme 8 we have a Realme UI 2.0, and you can see Infinix Note 10 Pro is more faster when it comes to putting up, huge faster there. And now the Realme 8, now it is also done, and you can see about 4 or 5 second difference between these two devices. And guys, you can see that, and both phones has a very different display. We have a Full HD IPS LCD display with a 90Hz refresh rate on the Infinix Note 10 Pro, while on the Realme 8 we have a Full HD Super AMOLED display with a 60Hz refresh rate. Yes, on the Realme 8 we have a 60Hz, and also we have a punch hole on both phones, which is on the center on the Infinix Note 10 Pro, while on the Realme 8 we have on the left hand side. And also on the Infinix Note 10 Pro we have a 6.95 inch display, while on the Realme 8 we have a 6.4 inch display. And you can see Infinix Note 10 Pro looks really big against the Realme 8. So now let's see the app's opening speed. And guys, everything is closed up in the background, no app is running in the background, and also we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones. And the first application we have is the phone dialer, and that is exactly the same on both phones, no difference there. Animation feels really smooth on both phones, no difference there. Again, we have 90Hz, which makes your experience more smoother as compared to normal 60Hz refresh rate display. So now let's see settings, and more faster on the Realme 8 as compared to the Note 10 Pro. Let me go to the display, and you can see we have 90Hz refresh rate on the Infinix Note 10 Pro, while on the Realme 8 we have a 60Hz, no high refresh rate display on the Realme 8. So now let's check out some more application. Now let's start off with the Amazon shopping. Again, both phones has a MediaTek Helio G95, and that is exactly the same on both phones. Now let's see the scrolling, and that is feels a little bit more smoother on the Infinix Note 10 Pro because we have 90Hz refresh rate, while on the Realme 8 we have a 60Hz. So now let's see Instagram, little bit more faster on the Realme 8 if I'm not wrong. So now let's check out some games application. Now let's start off with the Candy Crush Saga. Again, both phones has a MediaTek Helio G95 processor. Infinix Note 10 Pro faster there, and you can see, so that's really interesting result despite having a same processor on both phones. Now let's see Pin Out, and that is exactly the same on both phones, no difference here, and you can see. So now let's see Subway Surfer on both phones. Next game application, and Super AMOLED display looks really good against the IPS LCD display. Again, exactly the same as you can see, no difference here in the game app loading time right now. Let's see Comparisonn 2, and that is exactly the same as well, and you can see, which is obvious because we have a MediaTek Helio G95, and you can see exactly the same, no difference there. Now let's opening up the Twitter, faster little bit on the Note 10 Pro. So now let's see the PUBG Mobile on both phones, and again we have a MediaTek Helio G95 with Mali G96 MC4 GPU as well, and faster on the Infinix Note 10 Pro, and you can see. So now let's see Snapchat, faster on the Note 10 Pro. So now let's see Spotify, again exactly the same on both phones, and you can see. So last time I launched the cameras on both phones, default camera app. Now let's see that which one is going to be the fastest one. that is more faster on the Infinix Note 10 Pro as compared to the Realme 8. Again, we have a 64 megapixel main camera on both these two devices. And guys, now let's see the internet bound speed. I am seeing default Google Chrome on both phones, and also we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones. Now let's see Wikipedia.org first website, faster on the Infinix Note 10 Pro as compared to the Realme 8. So now let's open this, and again little more faster on the Note 10 Pro. So now let's see the scrolling, and that is feels little more smoother on the Infinix Note 10 Pro because we have 90 Hz refresh rate, while on the Realme 8 we have a 60 Hz. Now let's open one more website. Now let's see apple.com, and faster on the Realme 8, and you can see. Now let's see the scrolling, and again more smoother on the Infinix Note 10 Pro because we have 90 Hz refresh rate, while on the Realme 8 we have a 60 Hz. So guys, now let's see RAM management on both phones, and both phones has a 8GB of RAM, and also both phones is running on the latest software version. And one thing it is really bad on the Infinix Note 10 Pro is that it automatically remove apps in the background despite having a 8GB of RAM. And you can see, and the phone dial settings, Amazon shopping, Instagram, and Candy Crush Saga, it is not available on the Infinix Note 10 Pro. Now let's see phone dialer on the Realme 8. Let's see settings, no refresh. Amazon shopping and data refresh on the Realme 8. Let's see Instagram, and that is I think refresh. Let's see Candy Crush Saga, refresh. Let's see pin out on both phones, and that is refresh on the Realme 8. I don't know why Infinix is automatically remove these apps in the background. Let's see Subway Surfer, refresh on the Realme 8. Let's see Comparisonn 2, no refresh on both phones. Let's see Router, no refresh. Let's see PUBG Mobile, again no refresh. Let's see Snapchat, no refresh. Let's see Spotify, that is I think refresh on the Realme 8. Last we are back to the internet browser where we left, and you can see. And guys, overall I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see that and the Infinix Note 10 Pro as well as the Realme 8, both phones is perform exactly the same in system-based application as well as in game app loading time, which is obvious because we have a MediaTek Helio G95 chipset. And also in terms of the RAM management wise, I would say that Realme 8 is perform really good in the RAM management as compared to the Infinix Note 10 Pro. But on the Infinix Note 10 Pro, this phone it is automatically remove apps in the background. So that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Infinix Note 10 Pro versus the Realme 8. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.